I've got you guys. We'll see. What's the deal, Neil? I have it on my phone because I put this paper at my house, but I have it on my phone. So Ian will be here in 5 minutes. So. Okay. We've got Stephen and Justin on field one. And then you switch over to field two second half. And then I think what Mullins is here. Gotcha.
Okay. So check, check. All right, we're good. Slide.
One again, just like normal.
Blades. Not yours. Okay, nope, you're good. I'm just making sure we're keeping all of our drinks together. It's not our drink.
And then, yeah, we'd be on the opposite side. And then just kind of sideline.
Perfect. Okay. This is all set up. I need this. No, my AirPod Pro is not left behind. Right here. In case of
That's the perfect one to walk on. Okay, this is all running, the mic's on, and that's all picking up. It's listening to us right now.
after I had him, I switched to those. So 7 years now, I've been on the. Well, I get to tell him.
All right. All right, out here Wednesday evening, we've got Marvel versus St. Louis Vice. Marvel starting off on offense. Billups, quick pass out to Ball. Tries pitching it back to Flanoid. Hits the ground. Total gain of about 8 there. Phillips fires out. Can't quite get there. Bring up third down. Yeah. Oh, left shot. Okay. All right. Phillips fires down the left side, complete to 187. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Marvel. Pow.
Hold on.
Now he's wearing 187, but that's not bad.
So we got a green.
Who's wearing 180? Good. Phillips wearing Venom fires out to the side. Mike Ball, number 7, for the extra point conversion. Nice that you come out here and set up a field. Don't you know? So it's out to Callahan. Makes it down the side. Pitches it off. Callahan runs for about 35 yards, pitches it across the field to Blade Perkins, who finishes it off the last 20 yards for a touchdown. You know, the great thing is that the numbers that we've painstakingly put together here are no longer accurate. I think they just got their new jerseys. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, he's wearing 187. I thought he was wearing that one. Yeah. Rhodes fires back over to Callahan. Good for the 1 point conversion.
Steve is got so good that he tells me the touchdown and he holds up a finger. Was I'm so good at telling me. Nick, right, Nick.
Illinois doing a loop-de-loop in the back. Gets it. Ooh. Good on Davey. Not getting faked out there. Really good fake on the pitch by Flanoid there. Total gain of about 4. Phillips short to the far right. Good to Mike Ball. He's about 6 total. Phillips trying to find an opening. The defense closing it down, dumps it down to Flanoy. Just off the fingertips. Incomplete. Bring up 4th down for Marvel. 15 to go. Marvel fires an absolute hit to number 11, Dion Young. Complete for, about 19 yards and the 1st down. Mike Ball sitting there as an option. Hip swiveling, snagged by Davey after a total gain of 8.
So funny.
And he's he fires to the side. Dropped by D. Griff. Griff's catch good for about another 8. Marvel lining up for 2nd. 3rd down. Phillips trying to find an opening. 11 in the corner. A little bit too late on that one. Just dumps it out the back. Throwing it over the head of D. Griff. Get it away. Make sure no one else can get it. Out of time and out of options on that one. Not much else you could do. D. Griff coming across the middle. Good coverage from the defense on that one, but still manages to find Dion Young in the back center. Through about 4 or 5 other folks, still dumps it right into the pocket. Yeah. Now he can throw bullets just on a line if he needs to. So you got two really good quarterbacks on both teams here who can do that.
Battle of the Giants.
Open to the top back corner. He's good at throwing it to make sure that there's no chance of interception.
Yeah.
But when it's that close, it's hard to make sure there's no chance of interception, but that also your receiver can get it. Coach looking for an opening. Finds Kenny on the far right. Avoids a snag. Avoids another snag. Makes it all the way going to be a grand total of 55-yard run. Touchdown by Kenny. Ow. 1 point.
Well, it's 13-13.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Guys can get.
All right.
Coach back into the, my goodness, just out of the fingertips of Perkins. A little bit behind him and right along that back line, trying to pull it in while also making sure he doesn't cross into the out of bounds. Not quite able to get there. Good fire. Tried to get it to Mike Ball. Didn't quite get there in time. Just making sure the defense is paying attention on that one.
Because if let's just say like the one that I did when I was the top and stuff like that instead of leaving it at the top.
Annoyed back is an option for Billups on the left. Billups brings it downfield to Thad Lewis. Thad, full field, another 55-yard touchdown out here. Back-to-back bombs out here. Touchdown, Marvel. Ba-ba-bow.
Me too. Think it'd be a good linebacker. Right there.
Right.
Kids drink up from school today.
Currently 13-13, straight up tie. Marvel going for a 2-point conversion here. Wait, no, not 13-13. It was 13-13. Now it's what, 19-13. Straight snap to Chris Head. Chris Head lofting it up into the back. Mixed up by the defense there. Incomplete. It leaves it at 19-13.
Frank's like, hey, these are 6 times. Fresh right on. Frank's in there, not close. So, no.
We're not slow.
All right, Vice coming back out. Oh, it's fires it in the middle. Good to Perkins. Flag snagged by D. Griff. For a total gain of 16? Yeah, 16.
What?
Took fire to D. Hughes. Flag snagged quickly by Mike Ball. Total gain of 5. Who's this right here wearing the Z? That's quick pass to D. Hughes going through the middle, snagged by Mike Ball after total gain of about 12 and a first down. Oh, it's into the back, smacked down by D. Griff. Intended Callahan, incomplete. That'll bring up second down for St. Louis Vice. 23 yards out from the end zone. Makes a handoff to D. Hughes. Rushed by Trey White. Back over to D. Hughes. Moving his hips. Finally snagged. D. Hughes stopped by D. Griff. And a gain of 16. Hughes on that one. I believe this was third down, and 6 to go. 5 minutes left to go from this first half. Everyone just crowding the right side. Oh, just over the head of D. Hughes in the back right corner. Bring up fourth down for St. Louis Vice. Motion by Perkins on the left. It's under pressure, goes down. For 15, moniker Juggernaut. Wearing the moniker of Juggernaut. On the rush there, responsible for the sack. That'll be a turnover, keeping the ball over to Marvel. Over to the right to Flanoid. Flanoid just dashing on through. Flag snagged by Charles Farrelly. Flanoid's run good for 20 yards. Yeah, this one in. Stone. Quick pass to Thad. Flag snagged by Shad Lewis, but not before Thad's catch is good for 10 yards and a first down. 11 yards and a first down. Phillips fires into the back. Oh, in and out of the hands of Will Smith. Incomplete. Bring up second down for Marvel.
Hey, you understand how hard this is? You're like, and you're still, it's hard to see it. Lights in here. Those lights are rough, right? You just got first. You just got first. No, I didn't. Yeah, that's first. Sure, that's first. Yeah, that's first. No, I mean, that's the first. That's the first phase. That's coming out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keeps Deion Young right in the middle, going through the middle. Avoids flag snags and into the end zone. Touchdown, Deion Young. That'll put Marvel up by 2 scores, 25-13. Yeah. Ooh, direct snap to 187. Chris Head lost it in the back caught by Thad Lewis. Good for 2.
Thank you. 1 minute. 1 minute on the clock. It is stopped.
1 minute left in the first half here. Fires a ball to Isaiah Kenny into the middle. Flag snagged by D. Griff. For a gain of
Seconds.
14. Carson Coates dumps it long, intended for Perkins, into his hands, touchdown. St. Louis Vice hit him on the run. Pow. Perfect throw by Coates there. Just I think that's the all right. Vice going for 2 here. Incomplete. Well, complete to D. Griff, but the extra point conversion is unsuccessful. I believe at 19 Vice, 27 Marvel. Yeah. 27-19 Marvel. Still 30 seconds until the half. 27-19. 27-19. Push to Flanoid. Flanoid dumps it down into the back front by Chris Head. Flag eventually snagged at 21. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. 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 Never mind. All right. No time.
You got to pick race.
Who was that? Who just? Oh, it was Chris Head. Yeah. Okay. 2-1. Phillips over to the corner into Ball's hands. Mike Ball, touchdown for 10 yards. 10 yards for a touchdown. Keeping Vice's 2-score lead. Still with 20 seconds to go. Quick pass. The 1-point conversion is complete to Flanoid.
It's 2-0.
2 scores in the span of 40 seconds in game.
Yes.
Coates dumps it down, intended for D. Hughes. Incomplete. Good defense by Will Smith. Coach fires it to the side to Perkins. Perkins' catch is good. They're out of bounds. Catch is good for about 17 yards. Coach fires Kenny in the middle. Kenny spins, manages to avoid tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis Vice.
Because I went to hit that. Look, I went to hit the stop button, and I already started the second quarter.
Second half.
The second half. So they get to play this, and then it's done. And we'll be happy.
Yeah. St. Louis scores as the buzzer runs out in the first half. Vice scores as the buzzer runs out in the first half. Going for two. He was a little disappointed himself after that one. Incomplete. That'll end the half with Marvel up by 9, 34-25. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Come, Trey.
All right. Chairs under pressure, smacked down by Collins. Bringing up second down for Vice. It's on the run. Collins able to get the snag in the sack. Be a loss of about 2.5, halfway to the end zone there. That's Collins' second sack of the game, including one on an extra point. Doing a good job of keeping the pressure up on Coates.
They're being trying to hit right behind. Yeah, that man been coming across like right next to the area. Rip is coming down on it, but they're probably gonna try to keep him up on it.
Coates looking right, firing just barely over the outstretched hand of Collins. He's in this good place. Almost exactly. Yeah, nope, never mind. That would be 35. Yeah, okay, about after now they're back about 2.5. So about 35 yards for Kenny on that one. Flag snagged by Mike Ball. D. Hughes run was good for about 8, or his catch was good for about 8. I believe that was Trey White. It's either Trey White or Will Smith on the snag. I believe. Coates under pressure fires quick over to D, incomplete. Collins knows that he's in Coates' head now. He's getting the ball out quick one way or another before that rush comes in. Third down for St. Louis Vice. Uh, Fire out to Kenny on the right side. I believe he got a step or two off. I think they'll call it. They'll call it a catch. It's a catch and a fumble. It's fourth down. 9 to go. Coates under pressure. Fires it quick over to Kenny. Is he in? He's in. 9-yard touchdown, Isaiah Kenny. That'll make it St. Louis Vice 31. I was looking, it's like, wait a minute. Oh, that puts them up to 37. They were down by over 10. We already quick on the score update. I gotta say that rush from Marvel definitely making St. Louis Vice work extra hard for this one. Instead of just a singular long bomb down the field, that was a hard fought drive. St. Louis Vice going for 2 here. Still down by 3. Coates fires it. Denied by D. Griff.
Nine. They didn't see it. They were talking. Hey, no, they were okay talking. What's up?
Oh, picked off by Isaiah Kenny and intended for Thad Lewis. My goodness. What a jump.
What's the score at the
Put you up by 3. We're up by 3. That quick interception touchdown by Isaiah Kenny there. That'll put St. Louis Vice up by 3. It's a hell of a jump there. Okay, St. Louis Vice going for 1 here. Trying to get up by 4. It'll be Barrage of center. Snap to Coates. He's looking around. He had DQ's short. He finds Perkins in the back. Barely makes his feet in, but he does make him in. Good for 1. Oh, was that?
1 or 2.
I think it was from the 5.
Oh, we went for one. Good. What?
Where's the one? Take it straight. 38-34.
Vice up by 4.
Time is 13. Always be like that.
Phillips fires deep onto the left side. Snagged by Barrage, but not before Chris Head's catch is good for about 30 yards and a first down.
What's the score?
You're down by 4. Illinois coming around the side. Great option. Looks like Smith stopped just a step or 2 shy where Billups thought he was going. Billups undisturbed. Oh! High out of the reach of Mike Ball. Gets a singular hand on it. Just his fingers, though. I'll bring up 3rd down for Marvel. Shout out to Hero Roofing, team playing on the far field over there. Nothing too terribly special. They're just my personal favorite team. Phillips fires a bullet to Flanoy, able to snag and keep control of it. He's saying that Farrelly got the flag just shy of the end zone there. I believe that's 4th and 1 for Marvel. They only need a very short gain here. Snap to Billups. Everyone's going. Spreading out. Gets it over to Mike Ball. Touchdown for 1. Or 1 yard for Marvel. They were down by 4. That'll put them up by 2. Make it Marvel 40, St. Louis Vice 38. Looks like they will elect to go for 1. Flips into the middle of Flanoy. Good for the extra 1-point conversion. 3/4 of the way through the game here. Marvel's up by 3. Run by Callahan there, snagged by Trey White. Callahan's run's good for about 4. Moving the ball just a little bit there. Start that momentum going. So it's got Collins staring him down again here. Ooh. A little bit behind Kenny on that one, unable to bring it in. Bring up 3rd down for St. Louis Vice.
I'm just celebrating.
Coates under pressure by Collins, but gets it over to Kenny. Coates, Collins, and Kenny. Flag snagged by D. Griff. Let's make it 4th down. Kenny's catch. Good for about 12. 4th down, about 8 to go.
Come on, y'all, let's go. Chicago.
Catch by Dean Hughes. Snagged by Collins. My goodness. Very dexterous. D. Hughes catch good for about 10. And that'll get them the 1st down. Coates fakes the handoff to D. Throws it over to Collins in the middle. Yeah. He's happy. What's the matter with your head? Oh, it was a touchdown to Callahan. With St. Louis Vice back on top by 3, 44 to 41. 6.5 minutes to go. Reminder: in the second half, the stopped clock will begin at 2 minutes instead of 1. St. Louis Vice opting to go for the 2-point conversion. Coach fires it quick out to Blade Perkins. Narrowly manages to catch it. Mike Ball's hand right there. Just about smacking it away. That would be good to put them up by 5, 46 to 41. Marvel coming out with an answer here. Oh, Mike. Over to Mike Ball. Avoids a tackle. Gets into the middle. Eventually, foot gets tangled up. And overall good for about 21 yards. Mike Ball. Billups, 5 yards from the first. He's got Will in the middle. Snags it. Will Smith's catch good for 15 yards and a 1st down. Marvel moving the ball down the field here. Over to Dion Young on the far left, wide open. Pitches it back to Will in the middle. Flags snagged by Davey after gain. Yeah, I didn't see where he started. He has a gain of about 7 or 8 there. Then there was a pass to Dion Young, who pitched it to Will Smith in the middle. Overall, good for 8. Over to the side, 2 men. Ferrelli could not cover both of them at the same time. That was good to 187 Chris Head. Good routes and spreading of the field done by the offense there. That will put Marvel back on top, 47-46. Currently up by 1. They're going for 1 to put him up by 2. Hopefully, he's got Young in the back left. Dodges 2 snags, makes it into the end zone. That's good for the 1 to put Marvel up by 2, 48-46, with 3.5 minutes to go. Vice, again, down by 2, closing in on that 2-minute mark here. Pressure from Collins, throws it over. I believe that was forward, even though it was behind the line. Does not get past the line of scrimmage by 6. Will end up with a dead ball. Second down for Vice.
You're down by 2, 48-46.
Takes a handoff under pressure from Collins. Coates taking it up the field. That's a charge. Yeah. Uh, the defense has the right of way there. I believe the defense was there first. Yeah. Oh, it's charging. It's 10 yards back from the spot, which will put them right back where they started. Wait, I'm a little bit confused as to. Oh, offset calls. Okay. I suppose the defense and the offense both kind of came together on that one. I believe that was the end result call, which would be offset. They're replaying the down. Fired to Kenny in the middle. Flag. Quick snag by D. Griff. Clock is running. Minute 45 to go.
Marvel up by 2.
Snap to Coates. Rush by ball. Pressure. Ooh. Out of Callahan's hands. Came in high. I would call that a successful rush by ball. Brings up 4th down. Yeah, 4th down for St. Louis Vice. They get about 12 yards they need for a first. 4th down, minute 30 left in the game. Coates fires it quick to Perkins for 20 in the first. Goes out of bounds to stop the clock on the 23. No, 27. Minute 26 to go. Vice is still down by 2. Quick handoff to D. Hughes. Flag snagged by Chris Head. Clock will be running. Second down for St. Louis Vice.
115.
He's run good for about 5.
110. What score? 46.
You're down by 2. Boots. Quick pass to Perkins. Again, snagged by Chris Head. After St. Louis Vice. 54 seconds to go.
Down to second.
Uh, like he fires it up to D. Hughes. He's incomplete. Touchdown to the back. To go. He's quite excited. So they had 4 touchdowns scored in the last minute of the first half. So
Yeah. We're like turn and turn, just slowly like stoke the fire as the game goes on.
yeah. St. Louis Vice is going for 2. He's up by 4. Trying to make it 6. Ooh, out of the reach. What do you? Down by 4.
248.
Down by 4.
Yeah. All right. 49.
It's 49.
But the classic final minute.
One, boys, one.
Young at center here. Ball and head out on the left side. Griff on the right. Phillips fires. Oh my goodness. Yep, they're saying, yeah, catch to Chris Head. 28 yard. 20. Yeah, we'll give him 28. That was a good catch. We'll give him the extra yard, 28-yard catch by Chris Head and a first down. Phillips fires to Young in the middle. Flag snagged by Davey. Timeout called by Marvel. 30 seconds to go. They're currently down by 4. 15 yards from the end zone. Second down. Deion Young's catch, good for what about 13? Hands off to Mike Ball, goes up into the middle. Clock is rolling. Snagged by Kenny after a gain of 6. They call a timeout?
3 seconds. Marvel call timeout. So 32 seconds. Hold on. Marvel call timeout.
Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Give me a second. 28 seconds. Got it.
28.
Put it back. 28 seconds.
We need.
I'm not.
It's always the
Like, you know what? We're 20 minutes. We're gonna call it a day.
issue with somebody from one team coming over to you and saying that the other team has called a timeout. Like, hey, 28 seconds to go. Phillips trying to find. He's got the ball for a second there. Oh my goodness! Good attempt. They're throwing a flag. Yeah, but they'll say that anytime. They just people enjoy yelling at refs.
Okay, so what happens with
I'm not quite sure. I believe they're giving them half distance to the end zone for that. And it's either a replay or a first. It's unclear if that was a unnecessary contact or if it was PI. That'll determine what the end result was. However, a quick pitch to D. Griff will secure the touchdown and put Marvel up by 2 with a mere 18 seconds left. It's almost inconsequential if they go for 1 or 2 here. They need to stop a touchdown at 18. Maybe.
okay.
Okay. There was a 18 seconds. All right. There was a penalty, which will mean that Marvel is now going for 2 points from the 5.
The clock stopped. Yeah, clock stopped for extra point.
Oh, yes. Yeah, both points at himself. He knows he's through it. That'll die. Yeah, that extra 2 points doesn't really make a difference because they need a touchdown anyway. Vice down by 2, only 18 seconds to go. Marvel's been doing a great job at making them work hard and take time on offense this half. Each side still has 1 timeout to go. Trey White lining up to pressure. He's got D. Hughes on the left side, gets it over to Blade Perkins on the right, makes it out of bounds. Total runoff of 4 seconds for that play, 14 seconds. Perkins catch good for 21 yards. Coach goes Perkins is saying, okay, it's out of bounds, out of bounds. Yeah. Hey, they both did. They both did. Marvel's got for 8 seconds here. Clock is rolling, gets it to Callahan in the middle. He's avoiding flag snag. He's still got his flag snagged by Billups. Is that like
It would have been just 8 seconds. If you was to stop the list for
Hold on, let's go back. So by the time we went out, I would say one,
like 15 seconds play, bro. 8 seconds, come on. Just run. I'm healthy. Just go. I'm healthy.
Well,
You're just okay.
I just love Chapman. Yeah.
make circle. Make circle. You know,
I mean, we're working with a touch screen phone app, so
play. Oh, you got me. Yes, okay. Can't, I can't help that. I can't help that.
the game was super close. If you need like half a second to go one way or the other.
Sorry, I can't go to most of the tables. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was good. Yeah.
But that's why it's not like
They missed the blitz. He threw it on 5. He ran for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
so. I mean,
At,
it's one of those things that you
at the All right, second game here. We got Big Sack Pack coming out hot against the Mud Dogs. Crap. Obviously, the first guy to catch the ball does not have a numbered jersey.
That is Joey. His name is Joey.
Yo, Joey. Joey, no last name. Joey Chewbacca.
Joey.
Joey Fair.
He's the only, other than the Mannings, he has the jersey in this. Yep. Number 11. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, I got you. All right, back over to Joey Chest on the left. Oh, that was a really good match.
When you made both of them,
All right.
at that point, yeah, no, and it was a
Justin Manning throws it over to 17. Hayden, incomplete. Excellent attempt.
what now?
That'll bring up fourth down for Big Sack. Left by Joey Manning. Throws at the back. Good. Going back and flips around legs. I got Grant at the end there. Manning's pass and Adron's catch. Good for something. Oh, yeah, how much? Something like 15, 25, 31 for Adron there. Takes a handoff. Just some defense right there and waiting. That was a fun game to watch beginning to end. That was really good. Justin fakes a handoff to flag snagged by 0. Steven Jackson. Hayden Manning's catch good for about 5. Yep. About 9. Depending on where that free started over there. No, yeah, I guess it was about 9. Justin under pressure. Flag snagged by Joey Caraway. On him short. I'd say he's more average height. However, fourth down and 1 to go. This game brought to you by those little rubber things that fill your shoes for at least a week after you so much as think about turf fields. Justin trying to find an opening, fires it over the back, intended for a Hayden, broken up by Grant. No, it was fourth and 1. That'll be a turnover on the 1-yard line, giving it back to Mud Dogs. Big Sack Pack, excellent drive at the beginning of the game there. They seem to have drafted Davey. Yeah. Calling in reinforcements. Hand off. RDJ. Run is good along the left side for about 10 yards. Snagged by Hayden Manning. Wait, was it? No, it was Hayden. Say Lewis into the side, intended for RDJ. A little bit out of bounds there, incomplete. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. 14 minutes to go. St. Louis down deep into the side. There's a lot of. I would. Oh, good. We just giving him a talk because that was definitely both of them having each other back and forth. I think it's like he was like, hey, don't do that because it's like overall that'd be it's like upsetting. That'd be a lot of work. Oh, also, what's your name? Zach. Okay, you're Zach. Okay. Gotta make sure when you do stuff, I call your name out right. All right, that was an excellent pass. St. Louis over to RDJ in the middle, pitches it back. Can't quite can't quite catch it. Calling it grand total gain of about 8. Oh, that's a turnover. Back over to the big sack pack. That turnover, yeah. Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground.
And you're like, you're wrong.
We'll see if I get.
Are they coming in like a couple at a time? Justin trying to find somebody, throws it intended for Jackson sack. Covered pretty well by the defense there. Excellent throw, making sure the defense couldn't quite get to it, but incomplete nonetheless.
It's like,
Justin hurls it, intended for Hayden. Incomplete. Almost back up to third down for the big sack pack.
Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Next time.
Yep. Into the back corner, give to Adron. We're at 11. Touchdown for the big sack pack. Was an extra bar, but they can have it. I won't charge him for that one. That's free. It's on the house. I expect him to earn that extra bar. We're scoring this 1-point conversion from the 5. Justin Manning throws it into the left, intended for LB Barrage. We're wearing number 69, but cannot quite get there. Incomplete. I'll be docking them a banner from the next touchdown. It's not so much docking them a banner as just transferring it to this one. Harold. Oh my goodness! Incredible attempt by Manning. Flag snagged by Davey. Isaac. Isaac. See, what do you want, guy in the black kid?
Tristan Hall.
Okay. That catch was by Tristan. It was good for like 10, 22. Zay Lewis throws it on the buzzer. Oh my goodness. To Caraway manages to keep his feet in. Where did y'all start on that play? We kicked it right. Okay, that's good. Nice. So a 24-yard catch by Caraway there. Takes the hand off to Caraway into the back corner. Good for the touchdown. 17. Was that 100%? I was I was fairly certain, but he's wearing 17, and I've got Henderson as 17 here. I don't know if he's just came up to like a bunch of people. But a bunch of people have like some of the jersey numbers have swapped. We're trying to make sure. Almost caught by Tristan, incomplete, but that touchdown was by LaRon Moore. $17. Manning trying to find an opening. Ends up finding Billy Caranier. Total good for about 17.
I can give him something.
You want to? Should we give him a timeout? Justin finds Hayden. Yeah. Obviously, obviously unintentional, but his hand did swipe next to his flag. Right as the defenders were going for it. It happens. Yeah, that happens. Still good for a first down. That'll land the ball right at midfield.
We need to scratch that.
I don't think he said it.
Yeah, say it on the other side of the paper. I got my little cover. Justin, a little bit behind, trying to find Hayden. Incomplete. Bring up second down for the big second. Yeah, but oh, there's. I was just looking out here. I was like,
I knew it was
nobody on the other field.
No, it's not that
You're done.
There's still this man.
I think
Yeah.
Pierre's playing QB.
Oh yeah,
That's something.
nice. Justin Manning over to LB Barrage avoids one flagpole, two snagged by Caraway after a total gain of 22 yards.
Hey, Blake.
22 yards to Barrage. Slow and steady. Ooh, low snap. Justin manages to snag it though. Lofts it up into the back. Similar. Gets it to Zach Buckley. You're gonna have to get well, you're gonna have to get him a new shirt too. 12 points for Big Sack Pack. I gave him 4 again. I need to only give him 3. That's okay. We're going for 2 this time, so if they make this one, they can have it. Pressure from Caraway. Justin throws it on the run, incomplete. I think they still owe me a back. I gave him an extra one on the first one. Yeah. Big sack Pack up 12-6. Say incomplete.
Stop the clock. Like, where's my period?
RDJ passes it, pitches it back. Zay Lewis flag snagged by Davey Double O. That was a pass to RDJ. Randall Dennis Jr. pitches it back to Zay Lewis. Overall, 6'9". Zay trying to find an opening, running it up until the end of the play clock. Fires it away. Good to number 3. Melvin Simmons stepping it down the sideline, manages to stay in. Touchdown for the Mud Dogs. Bow.
One minute. Clock is.
We'll tie the score up 12-12 with 1 minute left here in the first half. Say trying to find somebody flooding the right side. That'll be an incomplete attempt for the extra point there, leaving the score at 12-12. Hey Tristan, what's your last name? Austin. Austin. Okay, I get it down. Running clock under a minute here. I did miss that play. I apologize. Justin fires into the middle, knocked down by Jackson. Third down, 32 seconds.
They need at least 10 seconds.
That's like, you know that's where my head is. It's danger in my head. I mean, come on, right?
Over to Barrage, going through the middle. Avoids snags. Snagged by Caraway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's going. He's aiming for the timeout. I got you. Well, I get you were looking for the timeout. And the good. Okay. Saying his knee did touch the ground. Saying it was a duck walk, but I don't know. Justin into the middle. Adron snagged by Jackson. It's first down with only 17 seconds to go.
You can't leave. You need to sit down how many times. You keep that in mind, huh?
Justin Manning throws it onto the far left. Good to Adron. Good defensive by Grant there, but Adron still manages to hold on to it for the touchdown.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. They'll put Big Sack back up 18-12.
Can run it back. Can hear it. Can hear it. No, it's only chapter of play.
Stop right now, but there's 10 seconds left on the clock. It's not the next point.
Justin Manning under pressure from Jackson makes it in. Good for two. With the Big Sack back up by 8. 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds left. What?
Okay, that was for one. Right. Okay.
I get what you're saying, but I'm fine.
He said my name.
You never trust him. So like,
We've got him 6 seconds.
that is something that I would be willing to. Yeah, I got my max structure. I can definitely help you get that.
That pass was good to LeBron Moore. Pitched it back. Hey, Lewis, overall, good for 8. They've got 2 seconds to go for this last play. Could be last play either way. See Lewis looking downfield. He's got to finds it to Caraway. The rest of the team getting ready for a. Oh, that's a snag. That's a snag.
Okay, so let's move.
Where are his flags? Okay, either way, I think that's the end of the half.
One dog would play, and then
Where's his flag?
that's
All right. That'll be the end of the half, which will leave Big Sack Pack up by 7, 19-12. We'll be back momentarily. Overall, that was good to Caraway for about 20, I think like 20 yards before the pitch. So that's for him.
Oh.
Second half, the Mud Dogs coming out. Quick pass over to Caraway, who is dancing. He's the dancing queen out there. Probably over 17, given his beard. Joey's run, good for about 9. Flag snagged by a conglomerate. I believe it was Zachary Buckley and Davey on that one. Handoff to number 3. Flag snagged by Davey after a gain of 5. That run was by Simmons. Mel Simmons, number 3. Is that 4th? Is that 4th? Right. Defense doing a good job of covering the field. Gets over to Mel, pitches it back to Zay. Flipping around, gets it just over the an armpit injury. Little rug burn. Flag snagged by Jack Spisak.
I love
That was a pass to Simmons, lateral back to Zay Lewis. Overall gain of friggin' something like 10, 12, about 12. I think it was about 12.
That's
I'm going to say 12, about 12 yards.
the amount of rounding I do.
Well, because that was a pass and then a pitch.
Oh, dude.
That's,
If
I don't know
you
what to
pitch the
do.
ball back, and here for our listeners here, because I'm doing your stats. If you pitch the ball back as a receiver, I am having to guess where you pitched that from. So the amount of yardage you get on that play, and then the amount of yardage the other person who you pitched it to gets, really depends on my angle. Because, like, I think he's standing at the 15-yard line because I can only tell at the end of the play where the line judge is. If you throw it mid-play, I just have to kind of assume. So just keep that in mind.
All right. Previously, we had a 15-yard pass to LeBron Moore, and then a 10-yard touchdown to Joey Caraway. Closing up that gap for the Mud Dogs, 18. Big Sack Pack, 19. Big Sack Pack excited to be in the lead here. Good showing out here tonight. St. Louis trying to find his opening. He finds Caraway low in the middle. Oh, they're saying he was just in front of the line when his flag was snagged.
19 to 18.
Gave it 18-19.
If anything, I'm still.
I think we should play. Fine giving up 5-10 years. We cannot give up.
Pass it into the middle. Got Adron. Oh, a little bit of bumping. I think we were saying it's all right. Overall, Adron's catch good for 17. Snagged by, let's see, a combined effort of Jackson Giampietro and Caraway. Giampietro. I like that name. Giampietro. No, Giampietro. Giampietro. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'll have to make sure.
Chase would have been close. If you think about his ankle and he stumbles. If Chase would never stumble, he would have been close.
Quick pass to Hayden. Justin to Hayden. Flag snagged by RDJ. Hayden's catch good for 9.
Yeah. Let's say like you guys pulled us for 7 all the time and we got 5 off the jump. Stay. Look at this whole thing. Around the board. We had really like a 6 points. I mean,
Obviously, I took 12 from that game.
yeah, I know it was.
Ooh. Off the hat and of Chris Pete, formerly known as Joey, largely because I got his name wrong. I apologize to him for that.
The artist formerly known as Joey.
The artist, the symbol formerly known as the artist known as Joey.
Yeah, well, that's true. What show is that? It's one of ours.
Which one?
It's like it's a symbol form.
Oh, that's from Prince.
Okay, but like I know it's a real thing. I could have sworn that was made fun of one of the shows.
No.
I can't remember which one of them.
Oh, now it's back to almost Joey. Actually, Chris.
Not quite enough for the jump.
No, I think that was all right.
Well, I didn't even.
Oh my god, that's a backflip. That was pretty cool. I've never seen anyone except D do a backflip
No,
after a play
actually,
like that.
has done it a couple times.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
goodness.
looks weird because he's so long.
Yeah.
And he does a side spin backflip, and it's like a competition of who can do it.
I think they're calling him down at the jump there.
At the jump. Oh,
There's a bit of a hop. It's kind of
perfectly fine. I've falling it more often. It's really close to being hops and jumps. 10. Yeah. No buys. Yep. We play a team though that will play twice that night. We will because we will play the lowest remaining seed and 10 plays seed.
Justin trying to find an opening, leads the receiver out to the tips of his fingers, right at the edge of the back of the end zone. That was Chris Pete again.
Because then they have 5 teams.
Lead that brings up 4th down. Maybe. I'm actually not. Ignore me. I don't know if that's 4th down or not.
City 7.
Ignore me.
No, I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, not the button. That is Sneeman's. And it's Barbara.
It's the beginning there. So Sleepers 1, Losers 2. Lee is lying.
Running flies it to the back right, intended for Spacek. Overshoots him by a little bit there.
So here's the thing. We know in DMF it's medium.
Still big Zach Pack's ball. Justin Manning trying to find an opening, throws it over to Hayden. Oh, that's hard. Incomplete. Now it'll be 4th down for the big sack pack.
I know.
Spade and Charles left.
Justin Manning under pressure from Jackson throws it. Scott by Aaron. Wearing 11. Justin doing a little handspring backflip there. Significantly more gymnastic than myself. My knees hurt just watching it. Adrian's touchdown, good for 11 yards. Bye. Now they're even on for touchdowns. However, if they do score this, we'll give them that last.
So that should be quick move. If you play dots, roll for a thousand. Defensive goal. You have to stay with first.
Oh, Edron open on the left there. Defense a little mixed up. They get it, and they can have that bang for Edron. Good for the 2-point conversion. Oh, yeah, it was from the 10. Yeah.
Nine.
Isaac is DP officially on their team? Because otherwise, like, it's really close. And
They've accepted it. At
Yeah.
this point, they've accepted it.
well, what if we should, like,
Well, not the last ending.
go out for like the last 10 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Depending on ask the other team again. Make sure
It's a good. That's
because he is really good players. And looking to this game can change the seeding of his team.
this is true.
9 minutes. Zay handoff to Caraway going. He's slippy. He's slippy. Snagged by Adron. Joey's run for a long ways. 31 yards. Ron Moore coming across the middle, gets it, avoids 2 flagpoles, and high steps it into the touchdown along the right sideline. Touchdown for the Mud Dogs. Say Dante.
Yeah, it's good.
I was wondering if it was a hard G or a soft G.
Yeah.
Right, Zay Lewis and the Mud Dogs going for 2 here. Defense on that one intended for RDJ, incomplete. Mud Dogs 24, Big Sack Pack 27.
The only reason he did not play there that was because he had a fresh job. Or he's like, my first got impression. Cool. He got first impression, and then we had X. It's not.
Justin Manning fires to middle. Good to Spisak. Flag snagged by 11 RDJ, but Spisak's catch good for 14. 6 minutes to go. Justin's save is good for about 10, but the flag snagged by RDJ leaves him a yard.
Trey, can you play corner or no? Can you play corner? Switch. How where you need to be, okay? Not too low. Like you said, tap it. And I just looked back, you know, it's still on.
Justin fakes a feed off to Adron. Adron off on the right, fires it to the middle. In and out of the hands of Chris Pete, formerly known as Joey.
Oh my god.
Fired over to intended for Hayden. Broken up by Dante Giampietro. Big old grouping on that one.
Yes. That ain't caught him. Hey, what? He tried Valiant.
Definitely calling a
Tried
turnover.
valiantly, and he almost caught it, but it hit the ground.
St. Louis firing off to the far right side, complete to Mel Simmons. Simmons catch. Good for 13. 4 yards. Was that 10? Plus Matt. Oh, 5. No. 5, 10, about 15. Yeah, give him 15. That was good. That was a good catch. Everyone flooding right except for Caraway in the middle. Flag snagged by Davey. Caraway's catch. Good for 12. Getting that flag pulled by Davey. Quick pitch touchdown to Caraway. It's like Caraway overall over the last 2 plays, Caraway got 10 yards and a touchdown. All right, Mud Dog's going for 2. Lewis under pressure from Davey, throwing on the run, incomplete. And for RDJ, broken up by Adron on the defense. Mud Dogs 3 points over the Big Sack Pack. What did you say? What did you just say the time was? 1:56. All right, just under the 2 minutes. On the stopped clock to the last minute 56 there. Mud Dog's trying to hold it. Incomplete. Intended for Sack. A little bit out of bounds. Valiant effort, though. Trying to catch it with his foot in. Not quite able to get it, though. Justin Manning trying to find an opening. Fires it into the middle, intended for Spasak, a little bit behind him, almost Picked off by Caraway. Minute and 45 to go. Second down for the big sack. Justin, defense doing a good job of covering it. Throws it deep, intended for Davey, over the head of both him and Caraway. I believe that was 6 seconds regardless. Be a dead ball play. Is this fourth? Okay. This is down for the big sack pack. They need a big play here. I believe they can still call enough timeouts to force the Mud Dogs to do something on their offense and not just kneel it out. Still. Close, low snap to Manning there. Everyone's going long. It's just a big old dump downfield. Hooked off by Caraway. A reminder. Yeah. This is your reminder that was fourth down, and if Joey had dropped the ball, the Mud Dogs would have gotten the ball on the 5-yard line.
He's trying to get his stats, man.
All right. Shout over to Adron. No, not Adron. So I get over to Simmons on the far right for 8 yards.
You could still usurp on top of it.
Because we won in one.
Zay Lewis firing it over to LaRon Moore. Not able to stay in all the way to the end zone, but able to stay in to like the 1-yard line there. My goodness. That's what, 30 to there, 30, 33 yards for LaRon Moore.
Oh, you talking about?
A quick pass, Tristan Towton. They're saying he is in. Touchdown, Mud Dogs. That'll put him up 36 to 27. What's the time left now?
1 minute, 11 seconds.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 left in the game. Mud Dogs going for 2. Thrown off into the right. Good to Simmons for the 2 points.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
Got it. Yeah. That was 17 total seconds for that.
Yeah.
They could do it too.
Hey, all you gotta do is sweat the outside sticky. I'm just saying. Just being much. That was so bad.
It's the sack. Throw it right there. That's and he did, but his arm was out because his over the flags. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll get you. I get you. Oh yeah. Well, they say it's kind of funny that the defense is he grabbed his arm. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, but yeah.
It's so bad because you get your arm grab and look like you did this.
Oh yeah. Had a couple of really nice passes in that last game. There. When it's
After
back.
this drive,
Hell, yeah.
That was so bad. That should
That was
that
that
was
was
a good
that was fun to watch. Just demanding over to Chris Pete for at least 10. He's fancy feet. He's up going back about another 5. Going for a quick one there. Overall, I think that was like a 7-yard change. Back to Hayden. Hayden's running. Snagged by Randall Dennis Jr. after a gain of almost exactly about 21. After a gain of 21.
this is
Time to put the lights on 10:30.
I talked to the guy. He's not going to do it to us. But I did tell him like get us out of here.
Justin throws into the back. Good to Chris Pete. we gotta wrap it up and get out of here.
I got 20 seconds.
There's a touchdown with a big sack pack to Chris Pete. It's a 20-yard touchdown pass by Justin. Is it 20? Something around there. Okay. The 2-point conversion. And good to Adron.
Ian, do you want to lunch?
Yeah.
Ian will take one. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
It's that ball game.
And Justin beats it downfield. Good to Caraway. And that will be ball game. A good and close game here. And here first, Mud Dogs 38 over the Big Sack Pack 35. A close game. Interesting all the way to the end. Thank you for joining us. Good night.